Hello, welcome to CLSB Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. So Kentucky, May 19th, 2026. That's their primary. This is we're getting into the real busy season for the primary on the calendar at this point. Between now and really mid-June, like half the states are going to have their primaries. Very interesting. You can see that. I have a video at the beginning of this playlist that outlines the entire calendar in a two-part series because it's 50 primaries. Geez, we got to keep it real. So there, if you're curious as to how it all plays out nationally, I've got a great video for that. So let's get busy. So this is Kentucky. It's kind of interesting. You can guarantee 3 is a Democratic seat. The rest of them are all over the place. When you start, looking at, what areas, might be winnable for a Democrat, it's really just 3 and 6 seem to be the two that jump out. And it's also the 2 with the biggest blueberries. So no surprise. As far as demographics go, it's mostly a white state, obviously, but it does have patches of minorities and different groups that live in mostly the cities, of course. Real quick, if you haven't already, you can like and subscribe at CLSB Politics, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok, and Substack. If you want to become one of my $5 a month members on Substack, that would be awesome. You can also donate to the channel on my YouTube via PayPal. CLSP Politics PayPal. So, Congressional District 2. I found, that's James Comer's as the incumbent, but I did find a Democrat had filed Drew Williams. So, but of course, Comer's got almost $3.5 million in a war chest, and Drew Williams is sitting. I mean, he just started fundraising, so $1,300 is kind of get your website up and logo and a couple other things going, so you can actually start raising money. So, yeah, it's gonna be a long haul for this one, but I mean, I'm just happy to see Democrats out there fighting in districts they should be fighting in. So, District 2 has Brett Guthrie is a GOP incumbent. We've got a couple of about 3 Democrats running for that. Hank Linderman's actually raised 20 grand, but again, Guthrie's sitting at like $1.4 million, and that's cash on hand, liquid capital as of the middle of 2025 that he could, I mean, the heavy lift. But if Hank Linderman keeps raising money, we'll come back and take a look at this one and see how he's doing. But it's a heavy lift. It's just a rough one. So Democrat, this is more McGarvey. He's the incumbent, and cash on hand 1.5 looks great. Nothing to worry about there. 4, interesting. You've got the GOP incumbent Thomas Massey being primaried, and you've got a field of Democrat candidates also looking to run in that seat. But the GOP candidates that are primarying him, I couldn't find any FEC information on them, and he's sitting on cash on hand of $2 million. So again, the incumbency has its privileges, and one of which is you can pull money from previous cycles onto the next cycle. So that's how the game is played, and that's kind of where that seat's at. Again, like and subscribe. I've got my website, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, Substack. Go check it out. District 5. This is the one that's kind of interesting. It's Hal Rogers' seat. I couldn't find a solid data point on his current fundraising levels, which I found kind of weird, which means, I mean, I tried a bunch of different, names that he might be under. Anyway, I went and looked up on a secondary source and found that he generally has about $1 million cash on hand. The Democratic candidate, Ned Pilsdorf, has already raised 41,000, which is great. And like I said, this is one of the ones that we can look at that has some decent math going for it. So we'll come back to this one and take a harder look at it later. District 6, so with Lexington in it. Well, you've got a bunch of Republicans and a bunch of Democrats running for this seat. When you look at the money, the Democrats have actually raised some money. You got Zach Dembo. I would definitely take a closer look at this guy. He's almost at this point, he's raised $250,000. That's no joke. David Kloiber. Apologize, David, if I mispronounce your name. David Kloiber also killing it, 142,000. This is like during the summer, so doing great. And then you've got Sherilyn Stevenson, 154,000. You've got Aaron Petre, who is also in it, raising money. So you've got solid Democrats doing good work, raising the money they need to. It's going to be an active primary. This one will be worth watching. And on the GOP side of 6, you've got they're sitting at about $300,000 across the board. Now, what's interesting about this is that Zach Dembo is almost raising as much as Ryan Dotson. I think that's a really good sign. And Kentucky's a weird one. Okay. So Kentucky actually will lose more rural hospitals with this funding cut, the billions and hundreds of billions of dollars the GOP cut from healthcare. Kentucky is actually the worst state hit. If you just count rural hospitals are going to close. So these guys are running for a seat that might be really hard to win come mid next year when they're sitting around, in their primary. I think it's going to be a hard fought primary. They're all going to run to the right of each other, backing up that one big, beautiful bill. Meanwhile, you've just got hospitals all over their district closing. So it's going to be really interesting to see how all that plays out. Well, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. If you haven't already, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, and Substack. I also have a website. If you're interested in running for office, you can find me there. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great day. I will talk to you later.